welcome everybody to our call tonight, our discovery call for the Worth program, Worth Unlimited program. And I appreciate you coming and spending Tuesday night with me. I know that for some of you it's NCS night, and but I suspect it probably reruns this time of year. So we're really glad that you're here. I'm excited about what we're going to talk about today. And I hope I'll get you excited about things as we move along. Let me start with this right here. If you've ever wanted to really be in the life insurance business, if you've ever really wanted to learn that business the correct way, if you really ever wanted to have the keys to the kingdom, I believe that what we're going to share with you tonight is the beginning of a journey for you that can make a life-changing difference to you. And I'm not one for hyperbole, but I really do believe that, having spent some time looking at all this today. So here's the deal. Life insurance, or any kind of, in my opinion, the insurance business is the best business that you can be in. It allows you all the things, freedom and money and to help people, all the reasons you got into it. That the problem with it, however, is that you have to overcome a problem. And that problem is prospecting. If you've ever been on a call with me before, you'll know I have, I'll just tell you, most insurance people that I know love other people. They're good people. They're solid people. They know what they do. They're good salespeople. They're good technicians, but they're just lousy prospectors. And in our business, if you can overcome the hurdle of prospecting, well, then this is a great business to be in. And so here's the good news. I believe I'm going to show you tonight. I hope I can show you tonight that prospecting isn't as bad as you think. That we're going to introduce you to a program tonight that will facilitate sales, facilitate having plenty of people to speak to. Can you imagine with me just a minute? Close your eyes a minute. Just imagine with me just a minute. If you woke up tomorrow with your calendar full with people that want to talk to you, can you imagine what that would feel like? I mean, it's just kind of, that's what we all look for, right? You know, where we're not worried about recycling, talking to somebody who turned us down 62 times because we don't want to take them off of our prospect list. I believe that if you'll hang in here with me a little while tonight, I'll show you some pretty cool things, okay? So here's the deal. I'm going to go ahead and just spill my popcorn before we get to the movies tonight, right? I got a magic approach for you, the pitch if you like, and here it is. You ready? Here are the two magic questions. The first one is, are you 100% sure you're going to have a great retirement, or do you have some doubts? And don't even slow down. Just go ahead and ask the second question. I missed a word. What would you say if I told you that you could be completely out of debt, including your mortgage and student loans, in 9.5 years without changing your lifestyle? That's it. That's the magic questions. And I got to tell you, I've never had anybody tell me no. I've never had anybody refuse to talk to me. Now, I've had some that talked to me and didn't do anything, but that's not what this is about, right? Listen, nobody gets excited about talking about life insurance. Nobody gets excited about talking about annuities. I don't care. You may have the best annuities since sliced bread. People don't care. You know, truthfully, they probably don't even care that you got a new Medicare supplement that's going to save them $14 a month. They don't care. But when you ask this question about how would you feel if I could show you a way to get completely out of debt, including your mortgage, including your student loans, in 9.5 years, and not have to eat rice and beans, not have to put your credit card in a block of ice, people will talk to you. Well, how do we do that? How do we do that, Mr. Larry? Well, Now, let me introduce you to a program called Worth Unlimited. Worth has been around a long time. It's been around, I don't know, 11, 12 years. It was, at one time, the story goes that they had 70,000 agents throughout the country under another brand, same kind of, the start of the technology we're going to talk briefly about tonight. Then you know what happened. The mortgage market collapsed, and they went on and took a hit, and now they are relaunching under Worth Unlimited with a new emphasis on agents, a new emphasis on growing their distribution. You cannot be at any place at a better time. On April the 8th, they had their big relaunch and big announcement, and are rekindling all that they're doing for the Worth program. The Worth program is a mathematical way of helping somebody get completely out of debt in way less time than they can ever imagine. So here's a little question for you. Here's a little teaser question for you. Jill and Kathy bought similar homes, but there was a difference. One of them ultimately is going to pay $117,000 more than the other one. How can that be? Well, how can that be is exactly what I'm going to try to show you here in just a minute without getting too deep into the weeds. The $200,000 conventional mortgage has a beginning balance of $197,500. You can see the screen. A lot of money. Here's what's interesting. You pay that conventional mortgage. This is what the bank's going to tell you. This is what the mortgage broker is going to tell you. This is how it works in America. Go get you a mortgage, right? And over 30 years, it's only going to cost you, whatever the monthly payment is. What they don't tell you is that you're going to pay 2 times the mortgage amount just in the interest payment. One of the lies in America today that you've bought into, I bought into until this thing came along, truthfully. One of the lies in America is that there's such a thing as a cheap mortgage. Yep, I got 4.25 mortgage, 30-year 4.25 mortgage. I got a 30-year 5% mortgage, right? Well, what they don't tell you is that number is just hogwash. If you go out and run an amortization schedule, a $300,000 5% mortgage, conventional mortgage is going to be $1,610 a month, principal and interest. And of that $1,610, work the math. If you take the amount of the interest that you're paying and divide it by the total amount of the principal, you're paying 72% of interest on that money that month. Well, great, Larry, but that's just the first month. Well, let me tell you a little secret. Go run it. Go run the amortization chart into the 10th year. Into the 10th year, you're still paying close to 63%. So one of the things that Worth program allows you to do is, you can see on the left, is you can take that same starting balance using their program, using the math that's designed into the program, create a repayment period of time of 10.4 years instead of 30 years, and you save $161,255. Now, we don't have time tonight to go through the nuts and the bolts. There's plenty of time to do that with whoever invited you to the call. But just know that's what we do. That's what the Worth program does. And so here's a little example. This is an actual picture of the software at work for somebody. If you can notice the ins and outs on the checking accounts and the ins and outs, again, don't get hung up in all the weeds. But here's what I want you to see, is that this dashboard up here at the top, it always gives the person a snapshot of where they are. They're going to pay off all their bills in 9.2 years. They're going to save $69,000 in the remaining in interest, and over the life of the program, it's going to save them close to $160,000, $170,000. Okay. Again, I just want you to get an idea of how this works. I don't want to go into the detail. We got some stuff for you for that. Here's the best way I can tell you to think of it. You know, all of us know what a GPS is. We used to have them on our dashboard. You know, now we got Waze running on our Apple iPhone. But the truth is that the nice thing about a GPS system is if you're going in the wrong direction, that thing will tell you recalculating. And this is exactly what this program will help you do, help the client do. It will tell them when they get off track. It will tell them how to get back on track. It will give them an opportunity to go in and decide if they want to go buy that new jet ski, or if they want to go buy that new house on the lake. It gives them a great tool. The problem we have in America is we're not planners and we're not savers. And so part of what the Worth program does is it gives us a tool that we can put in the hands of people, and more importantly, the lady that goes with it, the debt coach that goes with it, to help them navigate their finances. Okay? So anyway, what has this got to do with me and you? Yeah, all that's great, Mr. Larry, you know, but what has that got to do with me and you? Well, here it is for you. I want to take you back to the dream. I want to take you back to why we're even having this conversation. I want to take you back to why you got in the insurance business to start with, right? Now, I'm not going to promise you're going to sit in the field and put your feet up like that. I could find a better place to sit, I think. But it is about freedom. It is about determining your own schedule. It is about increasing or replacing your current income. The Worth program can be sold by non-licensed agents, which means they now become a referral source to you. But as an insurance agent, because I think pretty much all of us on this call are currently insurance agents in some way, I want you to think about the opportunity to go out and talk to all of those millions and millions and millions and millions of people who are choking to death on their debt. I want you to think about having the ability. Remember what we stopped and visualized a minute. I want you to close your eyes again for me. Go ahead, close them. I'll wait. And think about your calendar being absolutely full tomorrow with people who are waiting with great anticipation for you to come and show them how to get out of debt. Freedom, money, help people. And here's the deal for you. If you catch the vision of this, and if you trust us just a little bit, you really can be the closest thing to a financial superhero you're going to find. Think of the freedom. Think of being able to go into a friend and show them how they can cut 15, 18 years off of that 30-year mortgage. I mean, think about the people who are going into it. Think about the boomers, right? I'm a boomer. Think about the boomers who are sitting out there on these mortgages that they're going to carry with them into retirement. Or student loans, for that matter, because it works very nicely for that also. There's two ways to be successful with us, and I just want to tell you right up front. Here they are. You need to learn how to recruit the sale. That's what I'm doing for you right now, I hope. And you need to learn how to sell to recruit. Oh, misspelled recruit. Think about it just a minute, right? Everybody you talk to is a candidate either to buy the plan, once you completely understand it, I got that, but to buy the plan or to refer business to you. Okay? Two ways to be successful. You recruit to sell. You sell to recruit. As a life insurance agent, this is a tool that will get you in the door, into the house, into the home, over the internet, to have a deep conversation with somebody about their financial situation. And yes, you get paid to sell the work program, and you get paid well. But maybe more importantly, while you're having the conversation with them about their debt, you're also going to get a good peek at what their situation looks like about life insurance, about whether they have living benefits or not. I talked to a lady tonight, 41 years old. She has no life insurance at all, none. Her husband's 47. He has none. Well, why not? Well, I don't know. We just hadn't done it. Well, what happens? You know, we talked about living benefits. We talked about what happens. You know, they're both young and active and vibrant. What happens if one of you had a cancer, a heart attack, or stroke? That's impactful. So I'm going back and talk to them about the work program and talk to them about their life insurance. So anyway, you can build it in. I digress because I'm just sitting here staring at the screen, and I hope y'all are on the other side of it because I can't tell. So here's I want to make it short. I want to make it sweet. I want you to get back. If you're on the call, I want you to call back to the person who invited you to be here, and I'm inviting you. I'm personally inviting you to join our mission. To join our mission, to go help educate Americans, to the trouble that they're in. Most of them are in they're so underwater in their life, they're choking to death. James Dobson, most of you probably heard of him. He runs a big family ministry out in Colorado. James Dobson says that the number one pressure in a home is finances. Other studies have shown that the number one cause of abuse in a household is finances. So I'm personally inviting you to join us on our mission. I'm personally inviting you to get back to the one who invited you for the call and talk to them about the business. Talk to them about the work business. Talk to them about expanding that into the life insurance business. Let them show you how to really do it correctly. Not buying leads. You know, you can't do that. You know, create your own leads. We'll show you. Brian Daly and Jeff is on this call. They know how to show you, how to teach you how to harvest your own leads. And it's about relationships. It's about building community. People want to do business with people they know, like, and trust, and we can teach you how to do that. On the bottom down here, I put this in right at the end tonight. I just want you to know, if you join us, we will not let you fail. Now, I'll put a little caveat right underneath that. You certainly have the right to choose to quit at any time you want to. But if you'll come on board and you'll join us in this mission and learn how to do it and put a little activity and energy into it, I believe that you'll see the trajectory of your career and your life change for the better. So I told Brian that I was going to do this. I have alternate endings to this thing, and I'm going to leave it at that because I'm just going to leave it at that. But I've got another one in here that I'll save for another day. But this is not my statement. This is a Worth Unlimited statement, but it's so applicable to what we do. It's really time to buy America back, one family at a time. Truth is, the first family that you might need to do this for is yourself, right? And so my encouragement for you is the next step when you get back to whoever invited you. Let them sit down with you and do an analysis, your numbers, right? and let them show you. And I can't promise you whether you'll be out of debt in 7 years or 12 years, but I can promise you you can be out of debt in less time than you will today. What swung this over for me was a video that you can have access to. And in that video, the guy said this: if you make $1 more a month than you spend, $1 more a month than you spend, and we can help you get out of debt sooner than you can on your own. There's all kind of tools. There's all kind of replicated websites, all the stuff that you would imagine that would help you go about selling the product and recruiting to the product. We're going to do, I'm going to do a discovery call every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock that you're welcome to come and participate in. But hopefully more than that you'll bring people to come and hear the opportunity. We're not going to play the how much money can you make and all that stuff, because that's just too complicated to do on a webinar. And by now, you all been on enough webinars to know that that's all smoke and mirrors for the most part anyway. Here's what I know, because I've not seen a better program. And you know, I've been in a couple of similar ones. I am in a similar one. But I've never seen a better program, better laid out, with better people than what we're providing for you